11/22/63.
Now, what's that one? That sounds like a date.
That's the one where he has to go back in time and stop the assassination of
JFK. Yeah, okay. Right on. I've heard about that one. I think you were actually telling me about that one.
Yep. And a lot of people don't know Stand By Me is a Stephen King book.
Oh, is it?
I did not know.
Yes, it is.
Well, there you go, everybody. We learned something today.
We actually watched Misery the other night.
That's a good movie, man.
It is. It was the old lady's first time watching it. I'm like, it's a pretty fucking good movie.
Oh, nice. I watched John Wick, the first one, again the other day for the 6th or 7th time, and it still holds up.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
So if you ever wanted to hear or wanted to see a movie about a guy whose wife passes away from an unknown disease, and then these Russian mob guys kill his dog and steal his car, and then he literally, because he's like an some sort of an assassin, but do you ever want to see a guy go totally balls to the wall, apeshit crazy, and kill literally everybody who has wronged him in the span of like an hour and 40 minutes, maybe 2 hours, in like a badass way? That's the show you want to watch.
I want to see that new Charlie Theron, whatever her name is, movie. Killer
that
Blonde
Theron
or
movie?
whatever it is. Yeah.
That Atomic Blonde.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, where she's like scissor kicking everybody and spinning them around and shit and landing on them and then like giving them a long look in the eyes, and then she like stands up and as she walks away she like, huh?
Shoots a bullet out of her snatch.
Well, listen. We've all been shot by one of those bullets before.
We'd all want to shoot
in the form of a
bullet
ping-pong
into that
ball.
snatch.
In the form of a...
We want to shoot something in that snatch.
Wow, this took a very interesting turn.
All right.
So we actually only have about 13 minutes left. What do you say we do some headlines?
Let's do it.
Do it. All right.
I won't know any of them.
Well, listen.
Stay away from the news.
Well, here's the thing. Since you're new, Mr. Chocolate.
It's Brown Thunder.
Brown Thunder.
I think he's thinking sexual
Thunder. Yeah, Brown Thunder. So, all right. That's right.
Blow.
So what we're doing is with our headline segment, I'll read a headline and then we kind of we make up a story, or we come up with a backstory, or we just talk about the headline without knowing the news, and then we'll compare it to the news at the end.
Like we try to guess what the headline's about.
Yeah. You ready? Here's headlines.
Yeah, I hope we get some whole things like things monkey do.
Oh, like that, that thing that monkeys do? You know the thing that they do? Racist lady.
He went up on the hood and did that thing he do.
Jesus. All right, here we go.
You still there?
Oh, yeah, the clown instrumental for headlines is no joke. All right, so here we go.
FYI, if you heard me during the instrumentals, like I can't hear the music, so I thought it was an awkward silence.
It's totally awkward. All the time. All right, let's see. Let's get a good one. All right, here we go, everybody. Man accused of smuggling king cobras in potato chip cans. So,
I actually read this one today.
Oh, did you read this one today? So
I did. So I'll sit out.
Well, no, you don't have to sit out, but it just, maybe the only thing I can think of is that how those magicians have those peanut brittle cans. And you pull the peanut brittle off, and then the snakes come out. Maybe he was trying to get more spring, maybe some more oohs and ahs out of it in his magic show. But what do you do?
Maybe he just wanted people to get the freak the fuck out more with those things. Because now they're like, oh, that's funny.
Well, and
like the fear of real snakes.
Thinking about a snake, how pissed off would you fucking be if you were crammed in some shitty ass Pringles can? You know, like
I'd be pretty pissed. Like, I bet you they bit the fuck out of whoever let them out.
You know, I would just be. I think I'd probably be stewing in my own venom. I would have spit it all out already, and I will have been poisoning myself. And right at the last second, when they open the can up, they'll throw me out. Then I'll be like on my last breath, and then I'll say, "Got you, motherfucker." and then I would die. But see here, I'd have the last laugh. It'd be like an afterlife, gotcha, because then they'd be like, "Oh, what's this fluid? This snake may have peed all over the place. I better clean it up." Blah 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 blah. Boom, venom. Done.
I was about to say, cobras are like pissy snakes in general, anyways. Like, you can just be like, "Hey, what's up?" and then he just tries to strike at you.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling like they're kind of like the dicks of snakes.
Yeah, I think if they could like make some kind of sound besides their hissing sound, like make a word,
yeah,
they'd probably say, "Hey, snake, what's up?" They'd say, "I'm pissed." I'm pissed.
Well, dude, they get up on their hind legs or whatever, they jump up on their tail and stare at you like halfway up your waist. They get all up and then they cock their head back like, "What's up, bro?" They have a bro off with you basically before they spit at you if you're talking to a spitting cobra, that is.
They're like, "Respect me, bruh.
Yeah.
I am respecting you, bruh."
Yeah, they jump up there and they're like staring at you, and it's a fucking stare down like in elementary school fights. You do something. No, you do something. Well, why don't you do something? Why don't you do something? And it's just like, cobra.
Got the traps flaring.
Yeah, their hood comes out and they puff up like they're flaring, like their chest is sticking out. Don't puff your chest up, cobra. Dick. The cobras probably they probably have like little affliction shirts on.
They probably do.
Tap out.
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy cologne.
I could have swore I saw a cobra wearing one of those red trucker Matt Hardy, the wrestler, Ed Hardy hats.
I fell down a rabbit hole once on YouTube of watching like mongooses versus cobras.
Dude, I did that too, but not with mongooses, but with Kim Kardashian, and it was pretty funny. No, I'm just kidding. It was the who's that? The guy that just don't give a fuck.
Oh, Honey Badger.
Honey Badger, yeah. I fucking love me some honey badgers, even though they'll bite a hole, through your stomach and crawl out your asshole. But I love them, but they don't love me. All right.
I'll tell you though, I watched about 60 mongoose versus cobra videos, and the mongoose was 60-0.
60-0. That's what they're for, though.
Yeah, those things are fucking mean.
All right. Los Angeles Associated Press. A man was arrested on federal smuggling charges Tuesday after customs officers intercepted a shipment of 3 live king cobras hidden inside potato chip canisters that were being mailed to his California home. U.S. prosecutors said Rodrigo Franco, 34, was scheduled to be arraigned Tuesday afternoon in L.A. on a charge of illegally importing merchandise. It wasn't immediately clear if he had an attorney who could comment on the allegations. They were about 2 feet long, just a little over half a meter, so they weren't very big. But the baby snakes are the most dangerous, as we all know.
Yeah, because they can't control their venom.
Yeah, they just pump it all out there.
See, it's times like that why we have a boa problem in Florida.
Ah, dude, yeah. In the 80s, it's great to give your kid a fucking baby alligator or a baby boa, and the next thing you know, they get too big, they bite somebody, they squeeze somebody a little weird, they eat the family pet, and they flush them down the toilet.
Well, see, like, I'm cool with the gators because they're indigenous to that.
Not in the sewer system.
Well, not in the sewer system. They're going to die in the sewer system. But now, like...
Yeah, with my shit's coming down there.
Boas are, like, destroying the Florida ecosystem.
Oh, yeah. They eat your Pomeranians, and they go in your backyard and kick it for a little while, and they go back up in the tree, and then they wait for somebody else's
just, like,
Shih Tzu to come around. Yeah. No,
it's just like, just because some dude was trying to get some ass. Like, hey, you want to see my boa?
Well, yeah, I mean, people get them as pets, and they either flush them or they dip out on them. They take their snake on a walk in the park, and then they fucking dip out on their snake, and the next thing you know, the ecosystem down there, climate-wise, can handle snakes all year round because it doesn't really get cold. And their snakes are loving it down there because it's all tropical. There's a lot of marsh, and there's a lot of small little animals that are may or may not have a collar on them that they feast on, and they're thriving. And they're big fucking snakes too. They're big, like movie snakes rolling around in the fucking in Florida's just neighborhoods.
No, there are. They like offer jobs to where they like offer you like $20 a snake. You just go around killing snakes for 8 hours. Like every snake you kill, you get $20.
Ridiculous.
I might fucking move down there and like become like the
snake
king
wrangler.
of Florida.
Well, you need a TV. You do your best if you do that to try to get a TV show like the you could be like, instead of the
Turtle
croc
Man.
hunter, you could be the boa hunter. Just adopt some shitty ass accent from
Instead
anywhere.
of like being nice, I just chop their heads off with
Yeah.
a rusty shovel.
Yeah, boa drops down to kind of take a look around through a tree, and you just kind of swipe a machete over and doink. All right, pull him out of the tree.
Crikey. Look at this one. This is going to get me about $40.
That is the best Australian accent.
No, it's probably not. No, it's not.
Adopt a different accent. Everyone does Australian. What would be a good safari guy accent? Like a Brooklyn, oh fucking there's an elephant over there. That was actually more Australian than the other one.
That was a Brooklyn, Australia,
Here's how
in
awesome
Brooklyn.
the guy would be. He's like, how you doing? It's Chip Wonder from Down Under.
That's you.
No, that's like every Australian
Oh
guy.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. What, ladies and gentlemen listening, let's take a poll. Send it in, chat it in, send the email, send the tweets. What do you think the best accent for a safari TV show guy, like a croc hunter voice would be? I'm leaning toward
It's definitely Australian.
I'm leaning toward Romanian or Russian.
Okay, I could see that.
Just because just the anger and the seriousness with those accents, I think would be funny.
I got this fucking crocodile.
Crocodiles suck.
Bridge.
Fuck crocodile.
The crocodile, he tip over my vodka. He must die.
I stick knife into his temple.
This is alligator. I call him fucking alligator.
Yeah, so listen, if we can go on and on alienating all kinds of countries here and making you hate us, but that's not our intention. But yeah,
No.
let us know what you think the best, maybe the funniest accent would be for a croc hunter type person. All right, let's get one more headline out of the way because we are about out of time. Teacher who cartwheeled without underwear given probation. Now, I'll let that one set in. So, first off, I don't think I've ever been happy enough about anything to do a fucking cartwheel. And that's like one of those moves like, you head somewhere like, you know what, it's my birthday today. If I go somewhere and there's a surprise party for me, I think I'm going to do a cartwheel. Like, that's pretty much the only time I've never been that happy or that surprised where I'm like, oh, fuck, cartwheel.
Forgot I was wearing panties.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I was wearing undies. So, but yeah, that's the second part. Like, first off, why the fuck are you doing it? Okay, so what would make you guys excited enough to do a cartwheel? Like, I think even winning a $1 million lottery would be more of a jump up in the air, not a cartwheel.
No, nothing's going to make me do a cartwheel.
That's like, you
No,
have
I
to
didn't-
plan for that.
I didn't even do a cartwheel when the Royals won the World Series.
Yeah. You know, when I did a cartwheel, the last time I did a cartwheel was when I was in gym class and the gym teacher was like, we're learning fucking cartwheels today. That was the last time. That was the last time I did a cartwheel.
I've never done one.
Well, see, there you go. So, now the other thing was, if I'm wearing a skirt, I read ahead a little bit, so if I'm wearing a skirt, a long skirt at that, well, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. If I'm going to be teaching kids all day long, probably going to wear
Why the fuck
underwear.
Yeah, wear underwear.
Yeah, I mean, what do you... Whoa. Holy moly, we got a little bit of a commercial in there. I'm on this website for too long, I guess. But anyways, yeah, like, if I'm going to be around kids, you don't wear underwear when you think you're going to need what's under there, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're in a hurry, or if you gamble and lose on a fart and end up shitting a little bit, like, those are the times
like
you don't wear underwear.
You don't wear underwear if you know you're going to get laid, or if you shit your pants.
If you shit your pants, right? Those are, and you had to like ditch your underwear in the trash can at the mall or something. Like, those are the only times that you really are going to be rolling commando. Unless you're just one of those people that's like, I fucking roll commando, dude. I like the way it feels.